So today I want to take the chance to talk to everybody about a little something, and I'm going to call it the $1 billion beef between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. So basically, these two billionaires are, for some reason, fighting. I don't know how this started, but billionaire owner Elon Musk, owner of Tesla and SpaceX, while also owning Twitter. Trust me, that's going to be really significant later in the video. And Mark Zuckerberg, who is the owner of Facebook, Instagram, and now Threads, which I'm going to talk about later. They're both fighting. They're planning some chess match where they're going to do jiu-jitsu or something. I honestly don't know. And I would think that Elon would win because Elon has like a couple inches and maybe 30 to 40 pounds on this guy, but that's a conversation for later. What I'm here to talk about right now is Threads, the new app that is seemingly taking the world by storm. It got to 1 million users in record time. It's essentially one of the fastest growing apps ever on the platform. But of course, before I get into this video, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notification bell, guys, help me out a little bit. And without further ado, let's get right into this video. Now, talking about Threads, what does this new app do? Now, me personally, I believe it's a more modern and easier to use and also more relatable version of Twitter. I think Twitter's a great app. I love Twitter. I've been on Twitter a lot, but I don't use Twitter anywhere near as much as I use Threads. And I think it's because Threads is something that's engineered towards a younger crowd. It moves a little faster, in my opinion. It has a little bit better options. It's a lot like Instagram, and you know, a lot of the younger crowd uses Instagram. The previous part of Instagram, I would say, the previous company. I won't really say company, but I'll put it like this: the previous platform was Facebook, and you know how Instagram, you know, move to Instagram. You go to Instagram, they are more modern, they're better run, and now all the younger people are moving to Instagram while some of the older people move to Instagram, and Facebook is now kind of obsolete. And of course, you know that Meta ended up purchasing Instagram, which was actually a really smart move because they knew that Facebook was becoming an obsolete format. Well, basically, I think that's what Threads is to Twitter. Twitter is the old app that a lot of older people use, but Threads is the new app that a lot of younger people are going to, and eventually a lot of older people are going to start using as well. So that's what I think about Threads. Now, how and why was Threads created? We'll really never know. This could have been in the plans for years, but it also seems like a big FU from Mark Zuckerberg to Elon Musk, given that he tweeted his first tweet in 11 years with the two Spider-Mans pointing at each other. It was a total troll. You guys already know. If you've seen the memes over the years, then you know exactly the kind of meme I'm talking about. When the two Spider-Mans are pointing to each other, noting that they look exactly the same. I'm guessing that's what Mark Zuckerberg meant with that post when it comes to Twitter being just like Threads. Now, another question is, will Threads last? And that is something that I can't 100% answer with certainty. But I think Threads is amazing, and I love it. And I think its main sales point is that, one, you don't have to create a whole new account. If you have an Instagram, you have a Threads account. You just transfer the accounts, and trust me, I know more than anybody, as much as I use social media, that creating a new account is a freaking headache, and I hate doing it. You have to get a whole email, make a whole nother password, save it to your notes because you know you're not going to remember it. On Threads, you don't have to do that. I think another sales point is that it's also more modern. It's something that you could use way easier than Twitter and Facebook. In my opinion, getting on Facebook and Twitter are two of the hardest things ever. They have so many different options, so many things you have to look for and, you know, kind of control to manage your account. I mean, Twitter is difficult because you literally have a different username than the name that pops up. Like if my name is Micah J. Cannon on Twitter, my username could be Micah Cannon 9, for example. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But on Threads, you don't have those kind of issues. You just have an Instagram account. Your Instagram account instantly transfers. Your followers instantly transfer. The people you are following instantly transfer. It works kind of the same as Instagram, except in a Twitter format. And that's one thing I enjoy about it. And of course, the younger crowd is more attached to Threads because, once again, it's a more modern format, a more modern platform. And while it did have a few problems early on, a couple people were reporting. Me personally, I didn't have any problems with it, but a couple people evidently did. It's ran really smoothly, and I really do enjoy using the Threads app. Now, a couple of things that I think people need to kind of go over, a couple things that I think could kind of limit Threads is it's exactly the same as Twitter. And maybe some people will argue that claim. They'll say, well, why in the world would I go to Threads if I already have Twitter? Of course, the new crowd who doesn't have Twitter will probably be more inclined to go to Threads. The younger crowd, people who are 17, 18, 19 years old like me. But for people who are a little bit older, people who are 30, 40 years old, even 50 years old, that part of the market, the people who have been on the internet for a lot longer than most of us have been alive, let's just be honest, they're probably thinking, why would I go to Threads if I already have a Twitter? So that's going to be one challenge that Threads is going to have to kind of work their way through. How am I going to make this really, really different from the Twitter format? And I already think it runs better. I think it's smoother. But once again, if it's no different, if it's not any big difference, then it's not going to incline anybody who's already been on Twitter for years, something they know, to go to a whole entirely different format. Nobody's going to want to do that, and that's one thing Threads is going to have to fix. And speaking of being similar, Threads actually got sued by Twitter. I don't know if they won the case. I don't know how the case is going, but I'll let you guys know in another video, probably a follow-up to this one. But the point is, Threads, I think they're going to last, but once again, it's really hard to tell. Now, what about this billionaire beef I'm talking about? As for the beef, these two are apparently going to fight. I said Elon Musk is probably 6 feet, 170 plus pounds, while Mark Zuckerberg is like 5'8" and probably weighs 20 to 40 pounds less than Elon Musk. Now, will this physical fight happen? I don't really think so, because two billionaires probably don't have a lot of time to do this kind of stuff, and they probably don't want to risk their physical fitness, and, you know, somebody could get hurt, somebody could twist an ankle, you got to go run a business the next day, and it's probably just too much. But either way, I expect another business shot from Elon Musk, just because Mark Zuckerberg released something. I feel like Elon Musk is probably going to, you know, put another middle finger right up to Mark Zuckerberg and probably release something else. But you get the idea. These guys are competitors. They're super competitive. They both are worth over $100 billion. So you can expect a little shot going back and forth. But once again, with them, you never know. Either way, it should be really, really fun for the market, because we could be getting new toys to use on our cell phones, on our laptops, on our personal computers, maybe even our television. So it should be fun. Who knows? Maybe Elon Musk releases a car that has some form of social media. I'm just throwing ideas out there. But the whole point is, this should be very fun. As somebody who is really into the market, somebody who uses their cell phone a lot, I average like 18 hours a day on my cell phone. I'm using it literally all the time. So for someone who does this kind of stuff a lot, it's exciting for me. I really, really hope that these two, for lack of a better term, have the time of their lives. But of course, I'm going to end this video. Thank you for watching. I wish you nothing but the best. You guys stay loved and stay blessed. Thank you for watching.